Good morning, everyone. It is quite early that I'm shooting this video. I told my job I would be up at 2 a.m. to work, and we're pretty busy, and so I just thought I would get this video out of the way, especially because my thoughts are fresh. Last night, especially, I went off on social media. I vented. I just have something to say. I want to share my opinion on something. I rarely do because I don't like being negative, and I don't like being the kind of blogger, YouTuber that just talks about tea all the time and the negativity and gossip or whatever. I'm not that kind of person. My channel is full of informative videos that are helpful and just things like that. I keep it pretty simple that way. But I do have things to say about the Electric Forest 2020 lineup. Or at least I have things to say about the things people are saying about the lineup. I genuinely haven't thoroughly looked at the lineup, so this is going to be my genuine response. All I've really seen are people complaining about the lineup, and that's why I'm making this video, because I hate it. Electric Forest is one of the biggest, most hyped up festivals in North America. It is pretty dang big. It is known very well that it is very unique, very amazing. I personally have not been, and disclaimer, I am not going this year. I'm a hardcore hard dance music fan, and Electric Forest just so happens to land on the same weekend as DEF CON 1 every year. But given the opportunity, if it was not on the same weekend as one of my favorite festivals in the whole world, I would definitely check out Electric Forest, because I feel like it's one of those events you just have to go to. And tickets sell out very, very fast. It's a very hot commodity. Few festivals in the world actually sell out immediately. As far as I know, in the US, the only ones that sell out immediately is Lost Lands, Electric Forest, and globally, Tomorrowland sells out immediately, and DEF CON 1 takes a couple days to sell out, I think, from what I remember, but it's not immediately. So it's a hot commodity, and I am just gonna say, if I was going to Electric Forest, I would not be talking trash on the lineup. I would just be grateful that I'm going to Electric Forest, because first of all, look at all the names on the lineup. How are you going to talk shit on this? There's so many people on this lineup. If you are looking at all of these acts and saying that the lineup is trash, that there's not enough good acts on the lineup, that says more about your music taste than it does about the actual lineup. Just because there are tons of names, artists on the lineup that you don't know does not make it a weak lineup. I don't understand how many people are going around on social media saying how unimpressed they are and they're disappointed, especially these people who are going, who did get a ticket, who do get to go. I would just be happy that I'm going to Electric Forest. What is the point of being so negative? Is it a clout thing? Are you just ranting on social media to get likes and retweets, to get a reaction out of people? I don't know, but I don't see the point in being negative and bashing a lineup just because I don't know the people on the lineup. Like I said, that says more about your limited, closed-minded interest in music than it does about the actual lineup. Because personally, and most people, there's no way you're going to attend Electric Forest and walk around and not like any of the music. I'm telling you, there's tons of good acts on the lineup. I mean, I barely skimmed over it, so I'm gonna have to take another look, but personally, let's just go through the lineup. I'm just gonna read it. So the string cheese incident, I have no idea what that is, but it or they is on the lineup every year. I mean, I see the lineup every year, so there's that. I don't know what it is, but just the fact that it's always on the lineup, it's always at the very top, I want to know what it is, so I would be excited just to experience that. Bassnectar is a really unique act. A lot of people love him, and they get the chance to see him in the forest. That sounds magical. Why is anyone complaining? That alone sounds like an experience. And then there are people who are complaining because someone is on the lineup. If you don't like that person, don't go to their set. Diplo is on the lineup, and when I think about Electric Forest personally, what I've seen on their lineups before, yeah, Diplo does kind of seem out of place. And then Major Lazer is, if you don't know, Diplo and Skrillex's project together, so interesting names to be on the Electric Forest lineup. But like I said, if you don't want to see their set, don't go. And DJs are really, really good at feeling the crowd and adapting. I've seen the same DJs play all over the world in different different countries, even in just different states of America, and usually they can get a feel for the type of crowd and they respond to that and are able to put on a good show for that specific crowd. So especially Skrillex, Major Lazer, even though it may feel like they don't belong on this lineup, like I highly doubt Skrillex is going to put on a bad show or an irrelevant show for Electric Forest. Louis the Child, very great vibey music. I feel like that'd be a perfect set to experience in the forest. The Disco Biscuits, I generally don't know if they're actually DJs. They sound more kind of like a band, maybe DJ band, I don't know. I haven't looked into them, but I have found their songs, and there are a few of their songs in my playlist. They have some really happy, groovy music, to be honest, and I would definitely catch their set if I was going. And you know, like looking back on Electric Forest, there was a long period where I felt like it was more of a wook, hippie, vibe kind of fest, you know? And I personally, I have nothing against that. I like a lot of music. I would say now that, yeah, this lineup, I don't get a wook, hippie kind of vibe from it, and I don't think that takes away from the forest. Like, the forest is special, and having these big lineups, like, there are going to be so many acts, so many different things going on. If you're not feeling a type of music, if you don't like a specific DJ, leave. Don't go to that set. Go explore, go vibe with people. There's going to be so many things for you to do. You're not going to be bored. You're not going to care when you're there if there's an act on the lineup that you don't like. I definitely do see some bass music on this lineup, some dubstep that I saw people complaining about. They're clearly branching out a little bit on different kinds of music, but it's nice to have variety. That's one of the reasons why I like most Insomniac events, is because they have variety in music at their festivals. Like, sometimes you're just not feeling something. I also personally like to walk around and explore and try the different styles, and I always discover like new music that way. I personally am very open-minded though. Like, I can generally vibe to anything, and then if I'm not vibing to it, I go to the next stage. Perks of music festivals, there are different options. Who's texting me? I fell back asleep. I have my iPad, I have my everything on Do Not Disturb, and I still get text messages from this person every time. There is a lot of names on this lineup, and I would say that I don't know. Are you asleep now? I'm not. Should I text this person back? Sure. I'm feeling it. Fuck. I can't type. Can I use my voice thing? I'm shooting a video, period. Oh, fuck, I forgot my thing was in French. I don't know 70% of the acts on this lineup. I do know a lot of names. Like, I've seen them, I've heard their music here and there. There are acts that I would genuinely be really excited to see. I would love to see Big Wild. Glitch Mob just went on tour with the Horizon Tour, right? That's what it was called, with Slander and Nightmare and Seven Lions, and that was dope. I would check out the Glitch Mob. Griffin, they are very vibey music. I feel like it would be good in the forest. Lindsay Sterling, I feel like a lot of people are not going to know who this person is. She's not like a DJ, so I have a feeling like people really don't know who she is, and that is a big name to have on this lineup. She is so cool. She's like a violinist, but like an electric violinist. I don't know how to describe it, but she's awesome. I will post a link to some of her stuff in the description. You really got to check it out, and I'm just imagining the sorry, let me know when you're finished shooting. Okay, I will. First of all, I would love to see her in general. I would just go to one of her concerts, which I've never had the chance to. But getting to see her at Electric Forest, like her set or her experience or whatever she's gonna do included in your price for this ticket, that's a big deal. That alone, one of the things you guys should be grateful for. Huge opportunity. This video kind of turned into me giving recommendations. I'm just trying to prove to you that with lineups that have this many names on it, like, there's always something for everyone. So Lindsay Sterling, Petite Biscuit, oh my god. I would love to catch one of his sets. I love his music. It's in like all of my playlists. I've listened to Sunset Lover probably like 3,091 times. If you like really chill, vibey music, like if you like Louis the Child, some other DJs like that, like, you'll like Petite Biscuit. Chami, huge house act. Subtronics and Zomboy are acts that I wouldn't necessarily think or have predicted be on this lineup. They are definitely starting to introduce a few more bass music DJs, and some people are upset about that. Some people are upset about certain people being on the lineup, and like, who cares? I've already said this. If you don't want to see them, don't go to their freaking set. Subtronics though, and Zomboy put on a great show. I saw both of them at Nocturnal Wonderland a few months ago. Blew me away. I actually saw Zomboy, I think couple weeks ago at EDC Orlando. Did I? Yeah, I don't know. I saw a lot of bass music there. He's really, really good. Like, really, really good. Like, if you like bass music, or if you're remotely interested in bass music and you go to this event, please check him out. Yeah. And then we get into these smaller names. A lot of people probably are not going to know all of these. It's like people out there who are interested in bands. Like, the more little names you know on a flyer for like band kind of music, the more indie you are. I feel like that's the way it is with this lineup. I mean, I know quite a few, but the ones that really stick out to me, first of all, is Death Pact. Death Pact is going to be insane. Dombresky, I saw Dombresky recently. I love a lot of genres of music. I really do. Especially at a festival, especially live. There's just something about hearing live music that just fucking hits every time. It just makes music sound so much better. Like I said, there's quite a few people on this lineup that I am recognizing, but I'm just looking for one that are like, whoa, I'm excited. I'd be excited to see that person. LS Dream. LS Dream is dope. Don't miss LS Dream. That is an experience. That is a very unique act. Death Pact, I just mentioned, also a very unique act. Getting a chance to see these acts in general would be super cool, but getting to see them in the type of atmosphere like Forest, that really stands out to me. If I was going to Electric Forest, I would feel very, very lucky to have the opportunity to see these DJs live in the Forest nonetheless. Rusko, classic UK dubstep. If you haven't seen Rusko, if you like dubstep, if you don't like dubstep, Rusko would be really cool to check out. Say My Name, that's actually interesting to see on a lineup. He is closer to hard dance music than anything. I saw his set at Nocturnal Wonderland. He really does go hard. He plays a lot of hard style. I would be intrigued to check out his set here because, like I said, DJs usually have a good feel for the crowd and they like adapt to what they think the crowd wants. So I would be curious to see what he brings to the Forest. The last one that I am going to mention on this list that really stands out to me is Sudden Death presents Void. Don't miss this opportunity. Sudden Death is dope. I saw Sudden Death. I did not have the chance to see Sudden Death presents Void, and in the near future it doesn't look like I will have the chance. Like, I've seen him on the lineup with this project and I'm extremely curious and I want to experience it. So if I were you, if you're going to Electric Forest, I would experience it for Cotton Candy. Vibe there for me. Have a good time for me, please. I don't think it's ever fair to call a lineup weak, especially just because you don't know enough acts on the lineup. That is dumb and not fair. I feel like the people who are going and are talking shit on the lineup or are unimpressed are just being ungrateful brats. I'm just telling it like it is. Like I said, this video is very different from what I normally do. I basically got on here to vent. Hence the title of this video. I'm just going off. I went off on social media last night. I know I sound like I'm adding and being aggressive at these people, but I personally am mostly offended by the actual promotion of negativity. Like, I don't think it's necessary. I feel like the people who are talking shit about the lineup are just really, really ungrateful and should chill the fuck out and go enjoy the festival. And then I feel like the people who aren't going and are talking shit on the lineup are doing so just because they're jealous that they're not going. Everyone would be very lucky to be able to attend. So if someone isn't going and they're complaining about the lineup, I feel like they're just saying that to make themselves feel better and to put other people down, which is wrong. A lot of people are genuinely hyped about this event. They're excited to go. It's some people's first time going. And then there are all these people on social media who are being negative and putting it down and ruining it for someone. Like, chill. Stop being so negative. The lineup is fine. The lineup is great. My advice to anyone going to Electric Forest, if there are a bunch of names on this lineup that you don't know, the lineup is not weak. Take this as an opportunity to explore and find new DJs. This is actually a blessing in disguise because the less people you know on the lineup, the less restricted you are at a festival. You're not so worried about set times. You're not running back and forth trying to make this set, trying to make that set. You're going to feel way more relaxed and free. There's going to be so much stuff to do. You're going to be happy that you're not chained to a stage. So yeah, that's it for this video. This is the first video like this that I've ever done on my channel. All of my videos are like vlogs or very polished. Not necessarily polished, but very informative. I don't get on videos just to spill tea or rant or be negative. I do kind of feel like this video sounds negative because I'm basically adding people who are being negative and scolding them and telling them to shut up and just be happy. But so many people's reaction on social media was so negative, I was just triggered and I wanted to rant. I ranted on social media. I said something, and so I just thought I'd bring it to YouTube. Hopefully, if there is negative commentary out there in YouTube, that this will balance it out. Like I said, I've never been to Electric Forest, but there is a YouTuber on here. She's also a blogger. She's also on social media, obviously. Vibe with Aid. She's a super cool chick. She's really awesome. I know she's very experienced, just like EDC Las Vegas is my thing, and I have a million videos on EDC. Electric Forest is her thing, and she has tons of super helpful videos, so I would definitely go check her stuff out. I would say she's genuinely a guidebook for Electric Forest. Go check her out. I will link to her somewhere, at least in the description. I'll find a place. Go check out her shit. If you're new to my channel and for some reason this is the first video of mine you're seeing, please go check out my other videos. I go to music festivals all over the world and make really cool videos about them that aren't me ranting. Very worth checking out, so go do that. And if you like them, please subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. Good morning, guys, and in case I don't see you again, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.